before I forgot. All right. It's 8:01. I think we should get started now, and then everyone's coming in, and then they can join with us. Otherwise, we'll miss out sometimes today. So hi everyone. My name is Nga Blanchard. I am living in New Zealand, and I'm the founder and director of NZI Focus, Road to Success, and Kiwi Buddy. So as a part of our Kiwi Buddy programs, we are running the English Club on every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. in Vietnam, and it's 8 p.m. in New Zealand. So from New Zealand here, I have myself, and also I have Craig, who is the international director of Cambridge High School. And many of you that you have been attending our Kiwi Buddy Club, you already know Craig, and if any of you who are new, I'd like to introduce Craig and would like to say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's, what time is it? 8 o'clock at night in New Zealand. And so welcome along. And I was just going to say that I was just looking up, 80% of communication is non-verbal. So you should turn on your camera so we can see your smile.
That's exactly, and that's a good reason, like, to get the students to do that. Yeah. So thank you, Craig. And Chum's not here today, but we are hoping that she'll be okay and will join us next time. So our topic today is communication. All right, who is that? Okay, so what I will do is that because I will lead the conversation today with the support of Craig, so I will make Hạnh his co-host, so she will be able to manage all the noises, like from somewhere. So hopefully we'll have peace and quiet, and also like a lot of you guys will be able to take part in. I can see like some familiar faces here, like Cody and Phương, who have been here like every event as well. So thank you very much for coming in. And if whoever's regular, just say hello in the chat box so all other students can know about you guys. So basically Kiwi Buddy is a club to connect New Zealand students and institutions to the Vietnamese students. And sometimes in the future, we'll have other students from different countries as well. And every Sunday we have events. We either have events that we have the cultural exchange between New Zealand and Vietnam so far. So we have up to 10, or this week we have 12 partners from like 12 different schools in Vietnam and New Zealand. So if you guys go to the platform Road to Success, you will be able to see a lot of our events there. So all what you need to do with that is just click on the going, and then you can join our events on Sunday. So anytime we have events, which is like about 2 to 3 hours long, we don't have the English club, but it only happens once per month. But otherwise we'll have English club, and each weekend we will have a different topics. So far we have like all kind of topics. It's to help you guys to improve your conversational English, but at the same time you can build up some skills and knowledge as well. And we are here, it's the free free talk, so everyone can talk about anything of your knowledge or share your ideas. So this is not a typical classroom, so it's no right or wrong, so we are sharing and learning from each other. So today the topic is communication. As you know, communication is extremely important in our daily life in many shapes and forms. If we cannot communicate, we won't be able to know or others how they feel, what they think, or we even don't know ourselves and what we want and how we can express it. So hopefully you guys will share today and some tips on how we can improve our communication skills. So today, now, we were supposed to have the Slido, but because of the last minute, I had to take over, so we couldn't access to the Slido account. So now I just would like to share with you the slide here, which you guys will be able to share. So the first question is that, like, in terms of communication, according to you guys, how many forms of communication that you know? So what you can do now is that instead of typing into the Slido like we used to do before, you guys can turn on your audio, and also you turn on your camera as well. So the first question, before we can get into like more details, my question to you is that how many forms of communications that you know? So anyone in the room, would you like to share your ideas and share with others as well? And then everyone can have a say.
I think that it's kind of like the first is like speaking, and we have like sign language, right? And something that blind people use. It's kind of like a dot.
Yeah, sign language. Yeah.
Yes, and like, but communication, but you do not speak. It's like you just like look and like body language.
Body language. That's exactly right. That's really good. And anything else? Well, you have quite a lot of information there already. The answer is great. So it's called non-verbal language. So non-verbal is like body language, and like you said, like the other one you said, like with the facial expression as well. So sometimes we show we're unhappy or we are angry. It is a kind of communication. So awesome. Thank you very much for that. You're great. So anyone else would like to contribute to what do you like? How many forms of communication that you know of?
As I know that there are 4 main types of communication. The first one is verbal, second one is nonverbal, as you have just mentioned. The second one is visuals, and the first one is written.
Written, yeah. That's really good. That's awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, what was the one before written? Written. So not verbal, non-verbal.
Verbal, non-verbal, visual, and
Visual.
written. Yeah.
Yeah.
Visual.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's really good. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, really good. I'm just typing them in so that I can see where everyone's up to.
Yeah. Great. Anyone else would like to share and speak? This is how we communicate now. Anyone else in the room would like to share your ideas anymore? So we have verbal, we have non-verbal, we have written, we have visual, and we have like the non-verbal is like with the Phương, with the body language and facial expression. So it's pretty much, it's quite a lot, yeah. And also, like, have you ever heard of like in different forms that interpretation, like from people, right? That they have different ways of expressing it. So have you ever heard of like interpersonal or intrapersonal? It's a forms of communication as well. So have you ever heard of that? Or anyone knows like what is intrapersonal is? Craig, would you like to answer that question?
I've put it online so that someone can look it up. Who can look up Mr. Google? Quick, what's interpersonal and intrapersonal?
Yeah.
Quick, fastest fingers. No, I don't know. I guess one intra kind of means inside, inter means between. So between people and intra inside.
Within, like within. Like sometimes you talk to yourself. Or you say, like, for example, like you when you listen to something or you feel about something, you don't share with other people, but you talk to yourself, like in your mind, in your heart, what you want, and that's kind of like happens to everybody, right?
Yeah, self-talk. Yeah.
Self-talk, yes. And what's interpersonal? So interpersonal, anyone can explain? I can see in the chat box here quite a lot of you
The
typing.
interpersonal is between person to person. Yep, that's what I understand. Yep, from us to someone else, from people to people. Yep, that's how I understand that word.
Yep, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, and yeah, that's really good. Well done, everybody. So already we know. So now today we already have like overview ideas of what communication is. Right, like how many forms of communications. So now the next one, we go to the next slide, which we can go deeper into that. So now the question is, what is the most basic form of communication? And this question here could be changed to what are the most basic forms of communications. So it could have 1, 2, 3 answers, because I mean, the basic, it means not just one. So anyone, would you like to answer the question?
I think that the most basic form of communication is like basically just speaking to one another. That is very fast, and you express your emotions.
That's really good. So the speaking, so that is the one. Type it out, speaking. And what's the next one? The most basic. And anyone else, or you agree with that? If you agree with that, only once, and you type like agree. But if you have different ideas, or if you want to add on, also turn on the video and the audio, and we can speak as well. Because here for us to improve our conversational English. So a chance for you to speak is awesome. So the speaking is the first one, and you agree with that? Say yes in the chat box.
No, I think the most basic form of communication, that is body language.
Body language.
And facial expression.
Okay. So that is in the group of non-verbal, right? Okay, so we already have the 2 students. One says speaking, right? And the other person disagree, and he say non-verbal. Most basic form of communication.
Gì vậy? Con heo nó cũng ngủ nổi bụng ra rồi kìa.
I will, is that? All right. Okay, so you guys agree with that? Body language, facial expression, that correct? Say yes. Okay, maybe speaking tone can show the emotion. Okay, to talk. Okay, talk. I can think right now. What's the only thing? Okay, so all right. So we have 2 answers. Anyone else? So basically now we have one person say speaking, another person saying non-verbal, and any other question. And if anyone agree or disagree, you can turn on to the audio and talk as well.
In my opinion, because right now we are under lockdown New Zealand, and I think the most basic way I often use to communicate with other people is written, because I spend most of the time in writing email to my lecturers, chatting with my friend, and it saves much more time than I have to call to my friend. Yeah, in my opinion, written is the most basic form of communications.
Oh, okay. What do you think, Craig? With all of those questions, all of those answers? They're
all correct. Yeah. I was just thinking eyebrows. That's how Kiwis say hello. We just raise our eyebrows. We just go, just our eyebrows go up. That's like hello, g'day, mate. And teenagers, teenagers just say, they can just use tone. So, how was your day today? Teenager, was school good? So they can just grunt and they can tell you the tone. Do you want chicken for dinner? I don't know.
Wait. Yeah, before I come to New Zealand, I'm quite surprised because the people meet each other with sup.
Yep.
So they saw me, they see me. Sup, Marshall? I said, oh yeah, that's the way to say hi in New Zealand. Surprise.
Greg, are you implying that I've been a Kiwi this whole time without knowing?
It's correct. I mean, just the tone of the languages, like teenagers, you know, with their parents don't say much, you know, it's more grunt, but you can tell what they're saying, you know, just from their intonation and tone of what they're saying. So that's pretty basic, but yeah, that's one of them.
We try not to like encourage that, but it happens and we can't change it. Even like my son, he's turning 16 very soon, and like, come home, are you good? Yeah. Anything happened at school today? How was school? Good. Just one word. I said, what are you talking about? You know, sometimes it's hard with teens, but hopefully teens Vietnam different to teens in New Zealand. Hope so. Yeah. I think that's awesome, right? And I think like, so basically to sum up, we have non-verbal, we have speaking, we have written. It's all correct. I mean, it's all the basic one. We just use in different situations. Okay. So now we go to the next one. All right. The next one is like, how do we start? Oh, this one, how do we start? Not start up. How do we start a conversation with strangers? This is a difficult one for many teenagers here as well. So if you would like to share with us, like for example, in Vietnam, what do you do? In New Zealand, what do you do? We have Marshall here today. So Marshall, you're my student, right? At what class?
I bet you know me.
Yes, it's you. It's your first time here.
Yeah, an artist from Auckland.
Oh, awesome. How are you keeping? Auckland's in lockdown.
Yep. Oh, I'm still fine. Everything's still fine.
Awesome. So guys, Marshall's studying, he studied at high school in New Zealand here for a couple of years. And then he's doing first year in creative design.
Whitehill.
Yeah. Whitehill. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, at White Cliffs. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's famous.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, I'm studying photography. Yep.
Photography. Oh yes, sure. Yeah, he's very talented. So guys, hopefully one day he will share with us some tips for whoever interested in design. So thank you very much for being here today, Marshall.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So okay. So when you go to new countries, when you go to the different social settings, like go to parties, birthday parties, we go to new schools, you go to anywhere new, right? How do you start a conversation with strangers when you're there alone?
I don't really start conversation with strangers. I would what you call shy, but like when I do have to start a conversation with a stranger, I would say like in the consequence that we are in now, basing on what situation we are in, I would say like if I want something and I would say like they're selling something. And I would say very casually, but if they aren't and they're older than me, I would say like, yes, hello. Like very polite, but not too polite, casual, but not too casual, interested, but not too interested, personal, but not too personal.
Wow, you seem to know a lot. Your social skills are great. And you're only 10, right, Phương?
Yes.
Wow, how awesome is that? Thank you very much for your sharing. And Cody, what do you think about that?
Oh God. I'm not going to do well.
Yeah?
Well, the thing is, right, I don't usually talk to strangers much, even less now in lockdown. But I do have to admit, talking to strangers online is a lot easier than talking with them face to face. Because when you meet someone face to face, if you have a really awkward like situation, or you accidentally said something that might or might not have been inappropriate, and you don't really know what the other person is thinking, it's hard to really continue a conversation. As to, you know, maybe you're online and, well, you know how being online is most of your opinions don't even matter. So it's a lot easier to talk to strangers online.
Okay, yeah. And can I ask you, like, what stopped you feeling comfortable from talking to stranger face to face?
I don't know, just probably because I'm awkward as hell in real life. Because most of the people that I know in real life and I interact with is either people that I that I have to be with for more than a year, and so I do just really have to interact with them at least once at some point. So I usually go, huh, okay, fair enough. I just go up to them and say nice things to them. Maybe they'll open up to me.
That's good. That's really good. And I bet that if you apply the same like the how to other stranger in different social settings, I'm sure that you'll get like the result instantly, like from those people as well. Doesn't matter if you've been with them like for a year or less. But well done. Yeah,
It
thank you very
usually
much.
works. Usually.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And Marshall, you've been in New Zealand, and when you first arrived to New Zealand, you were a brand new student, you knew nobody. Can you share with us, like, how did you start a conversation with stranger?
Actually, that normally I'm already a confident guy. I'm never feel shy because I used to be into Australia and stay there for a while, just short time, few weeks. Yep. So I think that one make me feel more brave. But even that, come from another countries to New Zealand, you have to feel shy. When you feel shy because you're afraid when you speak out, your accent sounds bad. People are racist, maybe. Yep. And I feel at first, I also feel it's very difficult for me to make friends when it comes to New Zealand.
Yeah.
But experience teach me many, many things. First is about if we open with people gonna open with us. We cannot, you guys know we cannot stay at one position and wait for someone to come to you and talk. If you want to talk to someone, go and talk about that. But even a tip for any boy or any girl here, if you see any cute boy, cute girl, just come to talk with them. They're also human. They're not gonna kill you. Just go say hi and asking about if you feel like asking if you guys same school, ask what class you guys taking. Oh yeah, and now you have to say, oh, I also like that subject. Swear with you guys. Sometimes I hate that subject, but to make my conversation become longer, I say, oh yeah, the subject nice. Yeah, I love this, I love that. Yep, that is my experience. And after that, if I feel we're talking quite good, I'm gonna asking for their social media, like asking for their Instagram, start talking, texting, reply their story, and after about few weeks, you guys gonna have friend relationship with them. And yep, that's how I make a new relationship, by communication, by verbal and written. I combine both.
Well done, and thank you very much for sharing with us, because it's so important. And I would say, like, for students, it would be the most difficult things for you to be away from family, go to brand new countries, brand new classroom, brand new people, brand new culture. Everything's so different, and for you to be able to do that and sharing with all of the students here, regardless if you're going overseas or not, is really important. And thank you very much for this sharing. Yeah. And what do you think about that, Craig? Because Craig is the international director of Cambridge High School. He's looking after so many international students from so many countries. So what do you think, like, with the students from different background, different countries? What do you think? Like, what's your advice or tips to students, or how do you see that, and how students can embrace their conversational skills with strangers or like international friends?
Yeah, Marshall's completely correct that often textbooks and overseas, when they talk about complaining, it's usually they have a little cartoon at a restaurant, and the cartoon will say something like, "Waiter, my food is cold. Can you fix it?" And that's complaining, But in real life, particularly with teenagers, you'll often hear them coming out of a subject like Marshall has, and they'll go, "Oh, maths sucked today. Maths was terrible." And then the other student will say, yeah, it sucks sometimes, doesn't it? Or yeah, maths sucks. And then the conversation gets going. So it's very common to complain to get a conversation going, or the other person's agreeing. So if the other person says, if someone says to Marshall, "Oh, maths was great today, wasn't it?" Marshall's always going to say, "Yes, it was great." He's just going to agree so that they've got some sort of something in common straight away. So it's very common for teenagers to complain when they're not really complaining.
Yeah.
So it's very different from a textbook.
Yeah, that's great. It's so firstly, like from Marshall sharing and then Craig. So to sum up, you can start a conversation with sharing the same interest with someone.
That's right.
Or you either complaints, or you can raise your opinions, or talk about something with recent events that's just happening, so everyone's like up to date and on the same page. So that's really good way for you to start conversation. And also there are many other ways as well, and so many kind of social settings as well. So anyone else could give me an example in like giving compliments, like it happens in New Zealand a lot. So anyone can give me an example like how you can start a conversation with a stranger by giving them compliments. Anyone else? Like think of compliments. I'm not sure like in Vietnam it's normal like to give compliments. So anyone else in the room can share with me that? Okay, let me give it to you, right? For example, in New Zealand, we often like, if we want to start, let's say I'm going to an event, so going to a party, and there like a lot of strangers, right? And we don't know somebody. But the easiest way to make a conversation with somebody is that, like, for example, I see a lady, right? I said, "Oh, your hair looks beautiful today," right? It's like, and then the other person say, "Oh yeah, thank you very much. And where did I get it from? Like, where did I have it done?" And then, "Oh, I said it from this town, this lady. Oh, I know that lady." And then, you know, that kind of conversation you started like building up. And in a Western culture, it's really important to give people's compliments. Like for you to start a conversation. So you guys, if you ever thought about going to work for an international companies, with foreigners, international friends, going overseas, this really good tips, like for me, give compliments. In Vietnam, I'm not sure, like you say that, but because I'm used to that. When I go to Vietnam, I say, "Oh my goodness, I love that dress. Where did you get it from?" You see what I mean? So that kind of thing is really brighten people up and give them like a goosebump. "Oh my goodness, I'm actually like somebody." So that's one good tip as well, like compliments, and then complain from Craig, and then say hi, say hello, how are you doing, like what Marshall talked about, and like Cody, he also share that, and Phương, she shared that as well. So it's great from you guys. So and another one that I'd like to ask you, like to start a conversation. This is I want to take it a bit longer because it's so important skills for you guys, right? And what about like offer to help somebody, like? It's also another way of start a conversation. So can anyone give me an example? Like how can you offer to help somebody, a stranger, is a way for you to start a conversation with them? What do you say? You can type or you can talk. Have Phương come on, say something to me.
I think that in some situations when they are carrying some boxes or some stuff, their houses stuff, they like really hard to them for them to carry. We should go and then help them. And then if they say thank you, and then we started to ask them about something in their personal life. I mean, like habits, what they like, what they dislike, and then we gave them compliments too. And then that way we can make some friends or yeah, I think that's all.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And it's really, really, really nice. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm very impressed about what you just said, because it's just show you who you are as a person, and that you're caring, and also like you want to communicate, and you know, showing that you care is a way for you to communicate with others as well. So that's beautiful, and thank you very much for that. How old are you? We have some awesome like young students here that have great gratitude and attitude. Very proud of you guys.
Grade 6.
Sorry?
I'm grade 6.
6.
Oh, grade
Grade
6.
Grade
great.
6. So you're 12 years old,
Mm.
11 years old. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
I
done.
can't believe in my ears. I'm probably sure that when in grade 6, I'm just playing with my Lego, and I don't even speak English fluently and in a fast speed and with a large vocabulary like that. Damn, it's awesome.
Well
I'm quite
done.
surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. So amazing. And you guys, the way you are, how you share, and your gratitude, your attitude, all of those is the reason for us to keep going. And Craig, I mean, in New Zealand, it's not everyone can just sit here and spend time with us, and because normally people will just do a lot of other personal stuff. So yeah, I'm sure that it's the reason for me, and I'm sure it's the reason for Craig to be here with you guys as well, because of those. Yeah, that's really good. And also like it's in another way that we haven't talked about is that like how you start a conversation when you go to a different social setting. Would you be comfortable introducing yourself like with somebody to start a conversation with them? Like, for example, hi, my name is Yat. Nice to meet you. It's one way of like saying like start a conversation. So would you feel like, because you're all students here, are you confident enough for you to come up to somebody and shake hands or introduce with different ways like your name? Would you be comfortable or confident enough to do that?
If we really need to have some friends, so I think I would be very confident. But if we don't need, like, we just need more, like, larger community. So I think that's, I don't know, but sometimes I feel a little shy.
Yeah, we all feel shy. It's normal to feel shy. We all feel shy, and sometimes we just have to embrace ourselves. Say, oh my goodness, I have to do it, and then I count from 1 to 10, and then 10 to 1, or whatever the case. But it's normal to feel shy. But as long as you know, like you said, if you have to do that, you will do it, and that's the right attitude to start.
Trapped in your homes at the moment.
Right, so impressed with you guys. Anyone else, like Craig, would you like to sum up anything here? And I'm sure like with what we are sharing today is you guys can take away some tips like for you to be able to start a conversation with strangers, regardless where they come from, regardless what colors they are, and in whatever the social settings. You go to new school, you go to a shopping mall, you go to different places, you always can implement it. And it's great ways for all of us to share today. So Craig, would you like to sum up before we can go to the next question?
Has someone got a, oh, there you go. No, I just think those are all really good ideas to have a conversation starter. So all of them are going to work, you know, compliments, great. But if you're a boy, don't say to another boy, nice hair. Say nice car, nice phone. And a lot of people talk about their phones. I've noticed, you know, how every teenager's got a phone, and every teenager wants the latest phone, even if, you know, when the new one's coming out. What are we up to? iPhone 13, 14? They'll be looking at it online, comparing. So, oh, here's the next new phone, and they'll show each other as a conversation starter. I think all teenagers do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's great tips, like for boys. Yeah. So I gave an example because I'm a girl. I'm a lady, so I always use hair and dresses and bags, or you know, that sort of stuff. It's good that Craig's here to balance it out. He never say nice hair, so that's really good.
Because normally in the office, if I say nice hair, have you had a haircut? They'll go, yes, 4 weeks ago. You know,
so
by the time I notice.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you have to learn, right? Yeah. So it's great. Thank you very much, guys, for sharing. It's so important. And the student take away some tips today from how to start a conversation with strangers. And also, like, because we run a lot of events online as well. So, you know, many ways for us to do online by saying hello is that type in the chat box and you go, hi, I'm such and such, I'm from here and there. So it's a way for you to introduce yourself, because often, like for me, I go on Zoom meeting a lot, like for other businesses. So when we type like that and we talk, and then other people in the room that they, oh, geez, what she talk about is interesting. And then we type to each other, hey, can we connect? So guys, another tip that you guys in the room here, you are on the Road to Success platform. Lots of people, lots of friends there. If you identify each other in the same room and sharing opinion, right? And then you found that person, you know, it's a very interesting person. Text each other, hey, I saw you on the English club, the communication or whatever the case. Can we be friends? You know, it is another way that you guys can expand your networking as well. Right, we go to the next one. I can hear the music. Can you identify somebody, and then probably we just mute that person? Oh. All right. The next one is that is so familiar to you guys. So now you can imagine, like we use phone, we because of lockdown, we find a way to communicate with people. But then can you imagine, like the last 10 years, the way of how we communicate has changed significantly. And imagine in the next 10 years, how will it change, right? So now
technology is really improving. We have communicated really differently compared to how we did in 10 years before. And I just think that the people in future will communicate by using their mind. You know, like you text, like you think something in your mind, and when you think of someone, that person receives your message.
Yes, you are very advanced in the words.
But the disadvantage to this is when you bash on somebody and they can hear you, they can see what you're bashing on. But it's really a great thing for honesty.
Yeah.
Honesty and not bashing on anybody.
Yeah. And you know what you answer is very impressed me, because it is very highly piece of information for the communication in the future, and it's the highly advanced technology. Can you please tell me why did you think of that?
Because I just thought of that. 10 years ago, we called each other on phones and we met face to face, but now we just meet on phone because it's lockdown. And I was thinking, if we have another lockdown and phones are available, how can we communicate?
And can I please ask you just a little bit more here? Is it did you do any research about this, or you just imagine it?
No, the idea just popped into my head. There was some hints about that. I read some comics, and there was something like, how will people communicate in the future?
Yes. Well done. And you know what's the word for it? The technology. Do you know the technology for people uploading or sending their thoughts to others? Do you know the name of the technology?
Mind speaking.
Yes, I'm asking you, do you know the name of the technology?
The technology,
because it's there, like people working on it. You're a genius. You're great. Do you know the name for it?
No, not really. I just know the idea.
Social media, social network.
No, the technology to enable you to send your thought, to upload your thought, and send your thought to other people. And it's there already. They're developing it, and it's going to be the future.
Telepathy.
I love technology, right?
Telepathy?
Sorry?
Telepathy? I think I heard something like that.
What is it? Sorry?
Telepathy.
Telepathy.
Yeah, telepathy. Yep. Is that something?
Something more than that.
Well, I thought telepathy was I don't know, directing your thought to another person's brain.
Yeah. So what is the name of that technology?
Yeah, it's like that guy in the X-Men. What was his
Oh
name?
yeah, I honestly don't remember his name.
Oh my god, there's even a song on telepathy.
No,
There's
no.
a song named Telepathy.
I mean, yeah, it would be expected.
Yeah.
Like-
Do this one quickly. Google quickly. It is brain computer.
There's a BTS song on telepathy.
Yeah. Brain computer interface. That is
yeah, brain computer
technology
interface.
to enable you to send the signal from your brain to the computer base, and then it analyzes it and it sends to other people's thought. And it's a way the way the future is going to be for our communication. At the moment,
yeah, I know this.
Yeah, I know this. Definitely heard of it before.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, it's right now being used for people with disabilities. Yep.
Right.
So that they can use prosthetics, and for people that can't really communicate, like are fully paralyzed, they can talk to people using brain interfaces.
Yep.
It's quite cool.
Yeah.
But I would dare to say that it's not the future of communication for everyone, because it's pretty impractical, to be honest.
But they because as the technologies advances,
things get smaller eventually.
And select your thoughts, just like how with the computer now, with the internet now, we have our security for us to be able to control our information who we want to send it to, except like when it's being hacked, right? So, but the thing is, the technology will be advanced enough for people to use in public, because right now it's only the specialized program for in the healthcare system.
Because I mean, to be honest, if I had to predict when it will become somewhat like commercially available for a certain amount of people, soon is probably 30 years, because the amount of computing, amount of data that this tech has to solve out is enormous, to say the least. It does have the potential to revolutionize how we communicate, just like phones and the internet, but it does have a lot of problems that you still have to go through. Especially the cost, because the cost is exorbitantly high, and it will probably stay that way for a few more years.
Absolutely, yeah. I understand what you mean. And also, have you guys ever heard of like holograms, wearable technology, glasses?
AR glasses,
holograms, like holograms, and they're used in a lot of things. Well, mostly scaring people.
Well, yeah, holograms might be available. It might be a real thing, but it's like just mostly theoretical right now. There isn't really like a perfect hologram creating machine, even a concept.
Yeah, at the moment the technology is still not advanced enough for us to use it wisely, because we did look at that program, that technology, for one of our training programs. So it costs quite a lot of money to create the environment, and then it's very limited to the how many environments we are going to create, and then people go in there, people can practice. So and the thing is, at the moment the technology only stop at being able to move the object. It's not advanced enough for people to touch and twist the object. So that at the moment is a limitation for holograms.
But even now, if I'm not wrong, we aren't even able to create like a hologram. It doesn't even have to move. It's almost impossible.
Or you can move the object.
Yeah, we can't even move the object. We can't even like create a proper hologram, because you know how hologram is like a 3D image, right? That is suspended in air. So that implies that you have to stop light using air, and that is near impossible.
It's at the moment they still can move the object. The technology is there already, but for you to touch and to twist twist the object, we can't.
Yeah,
so it's
definitely can't.
Hopefully in the future. So the future is exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. You're very talented and very clever and genius. Wow. Awesome. Love all of that. So, wow. So now we go to the next one. What do you think? Like Phương said, the last 10 years, how things have changed, and the next 10 years, things will be changing as well.
Oh,
so since we have the smartphone and social media, do you think it has changed the way we communicate?
I could talk about this one. Oh, sorry, go on.
I think that smartphones and social media changed communication because, like in the olden days, you can see that, like foreign people they use horses and they use camel to, like they have to go into that place to send them what they want to do or what they want to talk. But now in the phones, we have text messages, camera, like online, and we can see face to face, and that's much more convenient.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much. Have you got a smartphone for yourself?
No.
No? Okay, so sometimes you can use phones from mom and dad?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really good.
I think like smartphones and social media changed communication because they made it like really easy for people around the globe, like 3,000 kilometers from each other, communicate very easily, video chat, text messages, and social media has opened up new ways for people to bully each other on social media.
Yeah.
It's kind of improved communication for like the worst and the better, but it doesn't really balance. It does. I don't know if it balances each other's out, and they cannot decide whether to ban social media or not. I think it's really popular. Even if they do ban it, some people will find a way to do it illegally.
Sounds about right, really.
So if you had a choice to go back to how we were 10, 20 years ago without social media, would you rather have that, or would you rather have the way we have right now to communicate?
I think we would rather have them right now because I'm not a victim of cyberbullying like yet. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with being on it for a little, but some people do it a lot, and I don't think we should just ban it just because some people do it a lot.
Yeah, very open-minded.
Actually, talking about that, because she is 12. I don't say she's too young to talk about. Of course, nobody's too young here, but just moved into my real experience. 10 years ago, I was about 10, 11. Yeah. At that time, we're not using social media often. Even at that time, not many of my friends have smartphones, and I'm also using a BlackBerry. And we have many ways to be bullied. Also, for example, even you guys using normal text and phone. You know, when someone to share to bully someone, they still can find a way to do it. So we better find a way to protect ourselves more than have to come back to the old way, because you know that the world is developing every day. We cannot go back. It not make sense. You guys know.
Yeah, I get you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I'd rather have what we have now, and I'm so excited about the future. So it's all about like how we can manage ourselves into the styles, who we want to be, what we want to do, and all of those for us to be able to be in control of our life. So that's really important skill that we all have, and I agree with you guys there that you know, we just have to know how. It's more important than just go do what other people do. It's only good up to a point. So that's great. Yeah. So yeah, so can someone in the room here would like to share with other students, like what would be the best way to use smartphones and social media for positive communication?
I think I might be able to say something about that.
Yes.
Now, the thing with phones is that it's almost totally up to you to, how to use it, because it's your phone. Well, technically not anymore with the whole Apple shenanigans thing, but still, you are ultimately the deciding factor for how you use a phone. So use it carefully to do and access the things you want. If you do encounter someone else that might have a negative opinion towards how you use it, just ignore them. As long as they are trying to bully you or say something that is not objectively bad about you, just ignore them. But if they do have any type of objective critique, some type of judgment that might help you use your device better, listen to them and don't treat it as bullying. The same is almost can be said with social media, really, because back when I started opening my Facebook account, I I I just went in and did absolutely nothing. I just checked around to see everything that was on there. I waited for an entire year just to see, that's how people usually use this. That's how things supposed to be. So I just kind of adapt myself to how the whole entire ecosystem works, and tweak it here and there so that fits me the most, because it's you're using the social network to benefit you and almost no one else. And that's my opinion on this whole telephone, smartphones and social media thing. It's you. It's not really anyone else.
That's great. Thank you. And Cody is 16 years old, almost, right? The same age as my son. So it's really good, like to hear from you guys going through teenage years, to share how you are in control of your communication and how to use social media, because it's right now it's a huge topic, huge problems all over the world for all teenagers. And I know it. Craig knows it. Like anyone, if any parents in here, you would know that as well. Thank you very much, Cody, for sharing. And he's the same age as my son, and it's great to hear from you guys. Craig, what do you think? Like, what do you think about what Cody said, and any other thing you'd like to help the students?
No, they've spoken really well on it. Yeah, there's positives and negatives, the way they've changed communication. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have watched that, The Social Dilemma on Netflix, it's quite hard to understand, I guess, but if you've got Netflix, I'll put it online. Dilemma. I just don't know the spelling. That's very good about the negatives about social media as well. I just think like it's against the law to bully, but lots of little bullying does go on, and it's easy to get hurt feelings on social media. So just be a little bit careful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So guys, just be careful, and also talk to parents, families, close friends, and just how to deal with that in the safest way for yourself. Awesome, thank you. Any other students would like to contribute to this question from the point of view? Anyone before we go to the next one? All right, anyone? I count from 3 to 1. If not, we go to the next one, because it's really good, very important, and probably one day we'll do more like sharing and how to as well. So it's great like to have the point of view from like our students, especially like Cody, the same age as my son, and hearing what you said is awesome. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we go to the next one. So now the same, continue this topic. So do you think people communicate less through face-to-face because now they have this phone in their hands?
Ooh, this is a hard thing to talk about.
Yes.
I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's true to a point.
Yeah, it's true, because in Vietnam, when I go out to drink some coffee, I see a lot of them. They invite friends to drink with them. They just go there and use the phone. Use the phone. They use to chat, 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 chat. They even don't talk to each other. They just spend all the time here. They are to chat, chatting with each other.
What do you think when you see that? What goes through your mind when you see that?
I think that is very bad. That makes us. I think that is. No, I don't know how to say, but I think that is bad.
Yeah, agree. I agree with you. If anyone disagree with you, can turn on the audio and can share with us as well. But personally, I agree because in we can consider that as rude as well, especially like if you go to meeting, if we go to interview, if you go to other business setting as well, and if you turn on, normally we have to turn the phone off, and then we can let the phone ring, and then we can look at the phone, we can answer the text message after the meeting. Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes. The internet has made social media and phones make communication so much easier than meeting face to face. People just do it less, and even we're in lockdown, so it just makes it even more convenient to say that I'm doing this to study or to work.
yeah.
If we do not have lockdown, then we would be required to meet face to face. But now this is just making people lazier to communicate face to face.
So do you think that after the lockdown, you go back to the classroom, and if the student has phone, do you think like people will just like turn on the phone while they're sitting together in the classroom, or would they like throw the phone away and have fun? What do you think?
I think that people will have learned because learned that we need to communicate face to face, because there's a news report about a fifth grader who is like studying online when the phone is plugging in, and he or she died.
Yeah.
I think people have learned that, but my classroom doesn't allow phones anyway.
That's good. I'm glad to hear. Agree with that, Craig? Do you think phones be allowed in the classroom?
No, I don't think so. I think they should be banned, but we still have them. But definitely they should ban them, because research says that even a phone on your desk, even when it's off, is a distraction. In fact, even a phone in your bag is a distraction. The phone has to be in a completely different room before it becomes it doesn't distract you. Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Hard, isn't it? It's very hard.
No, I think good school. She goes to a good school. That's why her English is so good.
When I come to New Zealand, the most thing make me feel this. I cannot concentrate on my study, not because of my phone, because of my laptop. Because when we study in Vietnam, I'm studying in public school. Of course, we don't bring anything called technology to school. We study with book and paper. But when I come to New Zealand, feel like that everyone can use laptop in the class, and that thing make me feel I cannot concentrate in my teacher also. I know that is my sound problem, and I often use earphone. I often use, AirPod is quite small. At that time, I have quite long hair. Using AirPod, watching YouTube, and why teachers still talking about some other thing. Yep, I think technology sometimes also make our life become a little bit more confused in communication.
Yeah, I mean, it is really like a subjective matter, isn't it? Because some people like me, we kind of do better when there is technology by our side. But for most people, technology like phones and laptops are more of a nuisance, because they distract them from doing what they're supposed to do. And well, in my opinion, yeah, I think we should ban phones, laptops, and everything from schools up to a certain year or grade, because there has to be a point that somewhere the students realize that, oh, if I don't use this correctly to aid me with my education, I'll fail, and that would result in very bad things. So I think there should be a point where students should be able to bring phones and laptops and tech into the classroom without being, completely banned, because they are, undoubtedly very useful to education. You can access a lot of things and aid your education like a lot, because I've personally experienced that before, but I've also personally experienced, my phone distracting me and people constantly texting me, and it is pretty hard to use this thing correctly in an education
We
environment.
just have to be responsible
Yeah,
user and for the
Yeah.
right purposes. And then it's all about like planning.
oh yeah,
Planning
it's
when
mostly just responsibility. You have to be responsible about yourself. You can't just let something to distract
People
you.
depend too much on phones. So if they really want to learn, we should not like tell them to not do the phone. They should just learn to face the consequences.
Yeah, they should. Because if your teacher's teaching you something and you just constantly on your phone, you fail. And I don't know what about you, but if that happened to me, I would learn something very quickly.
Absolutely, that's great, guys. And also, so it's all comes down to another factor is that the way we learn. We all have different learning styles as well. So like it's individual things, and also it's the attitude things, and it's also it's about like personal management as well. So it's great, pretty good, guys. And we still have like a little bit more. And now I think the next one, we just go for a game and then we finish today. It's really great communication with you guys today. Great conversation. And you guys 10, 12, 16, you can talk like this kind of topic is the social issue. You can share with us just like how you did today. It was awesome and I'm so impressed. So now the game is that it's the communication. So what you do is this is to guess the name of movies. If I'm not wrong, right? Because this one Chum prepared and I took over today and I just had a quick look. So what you do is that, right? You guys will look at the screen. I play the video and then I stop. And when you see the action, and then you can guess the name of a movie. Let's do it and then to see if it's the right question or not. So try it once and you guys all look at on the screen and then you can guess. What you can guess is that you can type and Craig can look at that for me. You can type in the chat box or you can speak as well. You can scream like when you realize that, okay, that I know this one. No problem. Do whatever you feel like. Okay, let's get started. Now look. Hey, I have to stop because the answer is the next one. So what is it? What is the name of character or movie?
No one's typing.
No one typing? Can you guess?
I don't think anyone can guess, really.
Okay, so the first one, so I will play, right? And then you will see the answer, and then the next one will be kind of the same. Let's do it. Home Alone.
Oh, that does make sense, actually.
I thought it was Scream.
Alone. So you see the action,
Well.
right? Oh, we got it.
Oh
You see
yeah,
the
Home Alone.
action, and then relate to a character of a movie and the name of the movies that comes up, right?
Uh-huh. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Got it.
And that
It's open.
I deals at my company in Vietnam, my office in Vietnam. So this all go home made video by my staff. So it's great. So let's see the next one, okay? The next one. Oh,
Home
okay.
Alone.
So this one. Yes. The character of a movie and say the name of the movie.
I know it.
Mulan.
Okay. One type or
Spider-Man?
speak.
Mulan. Mulan.
Sorry?
Spider-Man. Mulan.
Mulan?
This
No, I don't.
Mulan.
Mulan? No, is it
No,
Mulan?
no, it's not Mulan. It's
I thought it
Huh.
was Mulan.
I don't think it's
I-
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? I don't
No.
know. Let's do
I
it.
think it's a movie with numbers in it.
Yeah.
numbers.
Let me go to the next one. The answer is okay.
Wait. Spider-Man? Is it Spider-Man? The fuck.
Yeah, this is the answer.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
The moon.
I thought it was
Sailor Moon.
James Bond 007. I've never heard of Sailor Moon.
Really?
Isn't that Japanese?
Oh my god.
I don't know about this one. So,
I
but
don't
it's
know too.
familiar to the Vietnamese, so that's why the girls.
Sailor Moon is they kind of have a Vietnamese version.
Bro, Sailor Moon is the... Oh, well, I can't
don't
say that
know.
word, really.
I don't
Uh,
know. I never watched these things.
It's a cartoon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
it talks
Originally
about-
Japanese anime.
This one, guys.
So now it's Spider-Man.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it?
that's
Yes,
way
it's
too obvious.
Spider-Man.
It is definitely Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Let's do it, okay?
I think definitely.
Yes. Very good. Now they started getting into it. All right. The next one. Oh,
Spider-Man 2,
Yeah, it's
no, I
Spider-Man
have to
too.
go to the next slide.
The Return of Spider-Man.
Yes.
Lion King.
Lion King. King Lion, Lion King, right?
It's Lion King.
Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lion King.
This is fun. Yes.
Yes.
Well done, kid. Well done. Okay. So we. Oh, I think I have to go to the next one. All right. So I go to the next slide. So I play now.
Elsa.
Must have been so fun doing this.
Elsa.
Elsa.
Elsa and Frozen.
Really? Yeah. Let's do it.
And I think it is.
Wow.
Frozen. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well done. I go to the next one. Oh no. I have to go to the next one.
Potter. Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter.
It's
Harry Potter.
Harry
Definitely Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I was just watching it today. Harry Potter.
Ooh,
That's a very Australian accent you've got there, young lady.
British. That's British song.
You have an Australian accent now.
Immediately knew it. I'm a Potterhead.
Harry Potter. Okay. Some kids. Ah, yes, on TV, right? I saw it too. All right, we go to the next one. It's the same one. All right, so I have to go to the next one. All right.
What?
Chase to the west.
What's that?
That is very hard one.
Very hard.
Just continues.
Continue.
Yeah, I can figure it out. How the
Oh,
hell?
in Vietnamese it's Teizuki.
Yes.
Oh. I thought it was.
Oh,
I think we called it monkey. in
Monkey.
New Zealand.
yes, there's a
Oh, the
monkey in the
monkey.
middle. There's a
Yeah.
monkey in the middle.
Yeah, we could just call it
Monkey
monkey.
human.
The tails of monkey or something.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Next one.
actually in Vietnam. It's actually called Tây Du Ký.
Thank you guys. Oh. It's the same one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
finished. Oh, finished. Well done. You guys did very well. And it's 9:11 in Vietnam, in New Zealand. So yeah, it's over an hour. So thank you very much, guys. It was such an awesome conversation tonight on the communication, and I have to say that I'm so impressed with you guys. Like all the kids and all the students, you share a lot of. You have a lot of correct answers, and also you share a lot from your experience and your tips as well to other students. So it's really awesome, and I'm very impressed and so happy. And guys, if whoever you are, this is a free English club, very educational, and also you can. It's a free talk, so it's not a standard classroom. You guys feel free and help us to grow this community as well. Share our event and bring other friends, family members into this club as well. And you can download the app, Road to Success app. And in this Road to Success, we have a lot of clubs. So Kiwi Buddy is one of the clubs in there. And the next one I'm going to launch is in designing, creative designs. So I'm going to do
You're
that.
going to launch another app?
Sorry?
You're going to launch another app?
No, the same app. The app is Road to Success. But I'm going to launch another club in the app.
Another club.
Yeah, so this is Kiwi Buddy for you to learn English, for you to have like cultural exchange with international friends and meeting teachers like Craig and join our events as well. We have about 12 school members up to this date. After 3 months since I launched, and it's been a great success, and the students been having a lot of fun and a lot of prizes being given and sponsored by me. So
the name is literally Road to Success.
Yeah, Road to Success is the app. You can download to your phone. It's on the Apple Store or Google Play, and you can just go in there and input your name. Obviously, you are here already, so you can download the app. But also, what you can do for us is that the more people like you, like students like you, engaging in here, the more encouragement that we have to run events like this for you guys, and it's all free for students. So you can share all of this with your friends and bring your friends in as well. So we can do a lot more like useful topics for you to not just to practice your English, but also for you to know how to do research, how to improve other skills, and to learn about New Zealand culture or learn about anything international culture. And one day, if you guys are interested to come to New Zealand to study, like Cody's still in Vietnam, but he's an official Cambridge High School student because
oh, good news! I just got my first shot of COVID vaccine.
Yeah, so he's still in Vietnam. And then we have Marshall today. He's a wonderful student of mine who came to New Zealand about 3 years ago, right, Marshall? 4 years ago. So so we're all here, and sometimes we have people from different school, new or previous and familiar faces. So yeah, help us to share this community and bring more students in here as well. So we have PIMS is the sponsor for many of our activities. It's the international hotel management schools, like for students like want to graduate year 11 and year 12 in Vietnam, and also like university. So you can study master. And then we have Mr. Craig Fuller here, who is the international director of Cambridge High Schools. And if you guys know Hạnh Ngân, she used to study at Cambridge High School, and now she is Kiwi Buddy ambassador. And behind all of this, all her design and everything, Hạnh Ngân is also a student of mine. So I'm so privileged that to be able to work with lots of students of mine. And Chum, who is the host of Kiwi Buddy English Club. She's not here today, but hopefully she's well. So she was also a student of mine as well. So I'm so privileged to be here, like with all of the students. Hopefully one day, one of you in this group, you become a college of mine, like in different kind of projects. So Yeah, so that's all from me, and thank you very much, Craig, for being here today. He hasn't missed any events at all since Kiwi Buddy started. So thank you very much, and you are such an awesome person, and encourage our students a lot and be there for them. And thanks many of our students here. You guys been awesome. So, and come back the next event. I think the next event, our topic is what is it? Hey, the next event. The topic is really good as well. I can't remember now. I just posted it, but a lot of skill set that you can learn from it as well. So a motivation is the next event. So all what you need to do is that go to the app, the platform, click going, and also you can see the share button there. You can share with friends on your social, and then bring more friends here as well, and then we will be able to have fun together. Yeah, that's all from me. And Craig, would you like to have the final words with all the students?
No, just I've put on my blog 21 was there's a Kahoot game on there. Has anyone played the Kahoot game?
Yes, I played it.
Oh, how many did you get? All correct?
I don't know. When I attended IELTS training course, I played with my classmate and my teacher.
Wow, so that's pretty cool.
It's a cool and funny game. So I love it. Kahoot.it, right?
Well
Cool.
done. And Craig posted that game as well. So students, what you can do, that's you can follow Craig's post on the Kiwi Buddy Club, and he posts on Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
And you guys can go there and follow his post as well, and then ask him questions.
Questions, yeah, ask questions. You can comment and ask questions and things like that.
Just be brave, and not just about the event. Wait until now to talk, but you can go to the platform. You can post questions. You can interact with each other. You can post any question there. Like, oh, hey, Nga, or hey, Craig, can I ask you this question? Do it as well. So feel free to do that. Don't feel shy. If you want, this one here is for you to practice your speaking English. But then if you type on the platform, ask any question, it's your writing. So so it's so important. So take advantage of what we are giving to you, because it's free, because we are like our activity is sponsored by like our partners like Cambridge High School, so sponsored by for our program as well. And also we have Auckland Grammar, a few other schools. So we are here to support you guys. Take advantage of that and just ask questions, type and post anything. And in the future, I will be able to enable you to be able to create events as well. And if whoever wants to learn how to create events and events management online, join our put your hands up. Hey, Nga, can I do this or that? And the other day, Cody actually like he sent me a message on the platform saying, oh, I have an idea for the debates. You know, just awesome. I take it on board because I love changing everything. So it makes it more exciting for students. So be yourself, put yourself out there, do it like what we do, and then we learn from each other.
Would anyone like to sing a song before we go? Because we don't have Rosie here. Does anyone, anything you like?
Can anyone sing?
Wait, why are we singing the song?
Oh, just have fun and say goodbye to each other. If you can sing, you sing.
You must have some good singers.
Yeah, who is that?
No.
Yes, you do. It's Phong, isn't it? You have a great voice. I'm sure you've got a song that you want to. In Vietnamese is fine.
Can you sing, Phương?
Yes.
Come on, do it. Come on,
guys. No.
It's your chance to be famous.
No, I suck.
Are you going to do that?
No.
No, really? Can anyone? It's a request from Craig for being here for many episodes of.
Anyone play guitar or ukulele or flute or anything? Tran, your kids play any instrument?
Oh yes, Melody, can you do a song for us?
You're Melody gonna play a song. I just start to play a song.
Melody,
song.
You wanna play a song for us?
Okay, Melody's gonna have it. and we'll get somebody else next time. So we'll get someone to. Okay, Melody.
She's going to do
Time.
that? Oh, she's going to do
she's
it.
got piano.
Yeah,
She's just got a
she
little
can
piano.
play piano.
Okay. Okay.
Melody.
No, she can make a mistake. It's fine.
Just a moment, please.
Yeah, she's doing that, guys. Oh, awesome.
Oh, she's playing the piano.
Yeah, she's going to play the piano for us.
Oh.
You can sing along if you know the song.
No, I don't. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt that I know the song.
Oh. Wow.
Oh my God. I think that was no, they don't have any lyrics like Mozart or anything.
Tôi thấy hoa vàng trên cỏ xanh.
Those Australian kids are really talented, eh?
Ôi thấy hoa vàng trên cỏ xanh.
So beautiful. Melody. Hello, Melody. Would you like to tell us the name of the song?
Tôi thấy hoa vàng trên cỏ xanh.
Sorry?
Con nói to lên. Nói to lên một tí. Nói to lên. Come on.
What is the name of the song, darling?
Tôi thấy hoa vàng trên cỏ xanh.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's a
That's really
Vietnamese
nice.
song.
Yeah, it is a Vietnamese song.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No,
What
no.
a treat for us all. Well
Okay,
done.
so what a nice way to finish. Maybe we could get someone each time to finish with a talent. If you know, somebody can play guitar or want to sing or do a poem or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Great idea. So guys, thank you very much. And next time, Phương turn have to come up, and then Cody and then whoever in here, you have to think of something to give us a treat.
What?
Okay?
What? Why?
No, you don't have to.
You don't have to, anyone.
But if you'd like to, or you could bring your favorite toy or something and say, "This is my favorite toy."
Yeah.
Like talk and show.
Well,
That's it. Show and tell. Show and tell.
Yes. Show
I
and
guess
tell.
I guess I can sing, yeah, but I'm really awkward about singing in front of 19 people.
I'm really embarrassed about singing in front of
Oh yeah. I mean, if I do get someone like my friend to sing with me, yeah, that's amazing. But you know, we're in COVID, and I highly doubt that any of my friends will want to sing with me in front of 19 people.
You can record and then you show us the recording.
Now I've put some songs on Kiwi Buddy, and I'll put some more on there for you. Okay, so you can practice.
I've got my own songs.
I'll record another person singing.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Wow, we save that for next time, and it's time to go to bed, and for you guys to prepare for your dinner, and yeah, such a great evening with you guys, and thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Craig. You can go to sleep now. It's Monday tomorrow. You can go to work. And students, have great fun and thank you, and see you next week on the motivation.
What is the time in New Zealand right now?
Almost 9:30 p.m.
It's not that late.
I sleep at 11:30.
That's because you're on your phone.
You weak. I sleep at 12.
Social.
You're weak. I sleep
My
at
son
2
goes to
a.m.
bed about 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that a challenge? Is that a challenge I hear? Did you just
I have a hard
challenge?
time falling asleep. Like I can roll in bed for 2 hours and not sleep.
Now the funny thing is that I don't even need to sleep that much to feel fully rested.
Oh, because you're young.
And my entire family is like
You need 7 to 8
essentially the
hours
same.
sleeping.
I don't know how, but our entire family and my grandparents and my relatives think almost the same.
It's a family of vampires, Cody. You're
Hey!
a family.
Hey!
Okay. See
One
you.
more time, guys.
Yeah,
If
see
you
you.
can share this club with everybody, that'll be good. We are growing our members to like almost 900 people in Kiwi, and then about 1,000 something, almost 2,000 for the whole platform. So if you guys can help me, help us to share with your friends and bring them in here as well, because I think the more the people, the better. So we can share with our different interests, and then in the future, I will create different type of clubs for you guys to attend as well. So,
I doubt that any of my friends would want to do this.
Sorry.
I doubt that any of my friends would want to do this. They're like, oh yes, we don't need to do this kind of nerdy stuff.
Oh really? Wow.
Basically, I'm the nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, us
Okay,
too.
guys. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night, you two, you people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Melody. Bye, Selena.
Adios.
Bye-bye. See you, Queen, everybody.